Hi, universe.
Yes.
You see me again in 100 Days Live with Sonya. And today we have the real chef here in 100 Days Live with Sonya. And she's going to share about cultivate your creativity for professional success. Of course, this is really amazing for me. The speakers actually connect each other to different ways, and some weeks ago, we had Jennifer Bilger. She's a coach, but she make an analogy like cupcakes for your styles in sales. But today we are going to talk about the real cupcakes. It is a
Yeah.
bit hard for me because again I haven't had my breakfast, and it is a very hot day here, so it's going to be amazing today because many people try to build their website business or design business, graphic design, but she's very different. I don't know why she runs away from graphic designs into the cupcakes world and become the expert there to make the arts of cakes and also cupcakes in her world. This is like
Yes.
reminding me of my dream to be in the Master Chef Australia, but then my dream I found out that this is not about Master Chef Australia. I just wanted to meet Kerry Mahagan. So when he is no longer just in Australia and Master Chef, then I don't want it anymore. So it's just like so. Welcome. Ever
Thank,
Comadira-Smith. Oh my God! Finally, you are here.
yes. I'm waiting for so long. Thank you so much for allowing me into your awesome space. I'm so thankful to be here and chat more about creativity and more importantly, cakes. No. You might gain
Yeah,
a couple of kilos after we
think.
finish talking.
Oh, but please, I really need to lose 5 kilogram now. Even though I'm very diligent to go to the gym, but I can wait. Oh my God. And
Uh,
Ever, thank you for jumping into 100 Days Live with Sonya. And then, yes, I really want the different experts on their field to share their experiences and, of course, their uh, you can say strategies or tricks in their life and business to reach their goals. But I wonder, why are you so different? Everyone wants to build the virtual assistant and then now the design business, but why are you into cupcakes now? What
I
makes you to make that decision or jump into that kind of world? It is really amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. It really means a lot. Well, look, honestly, I always wanted to be a graphic designer in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that. Growing up, I wasn't very academic. I really
Mm-hmm.
found my value in being creative, so making jewelry or
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
photography. And to suddenly be employed as a full-time designer, like someone was paying me to be creative. Like I couldn't believe it, and I absolutely loved what I did. So for those of you who don't know, a graphic designer designs marketing collateral for businesses. So that includes
Mm-hmm.
billboards, logos, car wraps, anything that's designed. That's what we get up to here as designers. But
Mm-hmm.
I actually loved my job, and I loved helping businesses and see them flourish through my designs. Like it was amazing.
Mm.
It was only a few short years later where I just felt so dejected and really uninspired and unfulfilled in my job. And it really,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, came down to the clientele that I was working with. I was primarily working with small businesses. And as you know, as a small business too, you wear a lot of different hats. And
Mm.
you have a lot of control over a lot of aspects in your business. And unfortunately, that meant, while I appreciate that design is a collaborative process, they weren't actually allowing me to do my job. My clients were so controlling of what I did. I was
Mm-hmm.
constantly producing bad design after bad design. And when you're constantly producing bad work, you feel terrible about yourself. You just don't
Yes,
feel that passion anymore. And I did, I lost my passion for it. So it was around this
true.
time where I realized that I needed to find another creative outlet to save me from the 9 to 5 grunt work. So it was around this time where the Great Australian Bake Off aired on TV, and I watched the first ever episode, and it was about
Really?
cupcakes. Yeah.
Wow. Are you in the cupcake wars too?
It was crazy. Like literally, I was hooked overnight. I was seriously obsessed. And you just ask my mum or my husband, I wouldn't shut up about it. But the funny thing is, I'd never touched fondant in my life. I'd never touched buttercream. But all I could talk about was making these amazing cakes. And so my husband goes, Amber, I think, you might actually need to take a cake class before you even start telling people you're gonna be a successful cake maker one day. And so he burst my bubble, but he was right. And so a few months later, I had my first ever cake class, and it truly cemented my obsession with it. And it absolutely fueled me up. It sparked that creativity inside me again, and I loved it. And all I would think about during my 9 to 5 graphic design job was cake. And when I would come home from work, I would get into cake decorating. So it kind of started out as this form of escapism, and eventually has turned into this incredible business I have today, where I have the amazing opportunity to nurture creativity in other people through not only cake decorating, but in their own businesses as well. It's kind of like a full circle moment. I'm so happy that I get to help spark that same passion in other people that I got to experience.
I hope that you will not show your real cupcake today, because I will be drooling. And if you want to build your brands here, I will be really welcome you, to be a first tester of your cupcake, and I will manage it for sure. But Amber, let me put this way: why is it cupcake then? Because you mentioned that you never be with with the whipped cream and everything before. Well, I remember a long time ago I made about 1,000 small tart cake for the wedding, because someone pushed me to it by myself, without being paid at that time. I only want to try to do my skill to decorate it, But yeah, I wasn't passionate about it. It was really good, but I don't think that I have to wake up very early in the morning and then started to you make cakes and everything.
No, there is so much behind the scenes that goes into it that no one realizes. But I do get asked that a lot. Why cupcakes? And sometimes why cupcakes versus actual tiered cakes? I am a designer, and a cake, to actually make a cake, there's baking involved. You have to ganache or cover your cake in buttercream. You then have to cover it in fondant, and then you get to decorate it. And the decorating bit, it doesn't go for very long. Like the baking and the ganaching and everything takes so much time. Whereas cupcakes, all you need to do is pop them in the oven. They're done in 20 minutes. And then the rest of the time, I get to focus on creating these amazing, intricate little fondant toppers and decorations to place on the cupcakes. And so it's more cupcakes for me. One, were more design focused. I got to spend more time designing and decorating the toppers, which is what I loved. And two, the surface area of a cupcake is so small. It's like this big, right? So it actually like an awesome design challenge for me to come up with something amazing on such a small surface area.
Do you have any example of your design, maybe the printing or something? Please, not the real cupcake.
I wish I had something on me, but I actually didn't bring anything. I'm terrible. I do have a couple of photos. I might have to pop in the comment section when we finish, and I might post a couple of photos of my cake designs.
Yeah, and the program when you were on TV for your cupcake.
Oh my God, yeah. I wish I was on TV.
And then, how do you encourage the people who are into your class? Do you teach them or train them how to make the nice and tasty cupcake, or only teach them how to make the art for cupcakes? Because cupcakes are not really popular here compared with the
Oh,
other cakes. That's
yeah.
why cheesecakes are popular, but not cupcakes. That's why this is a real opportunity for you to come maybe to Bali and then rebuild that
Yes.
cupcake cafe. Come on, I dream of it.
That's a good business plan, actually. I might consider
Mm.
that. Bali
Yes,
sounds
yes,
great.
because we haven't have the real cupcake vendors here, mostly about bread, but not the real good bread like in Europe that I experienced. Totally different bread, of course, different cheese also. So maybe we need that in pastry and also culinary for the bread and cupcakes especially,
Oh,
right?
would be
And then,
amazing.
so how is it? How do you encourage or train your students or your clients who join your class?
Yeah, look, typically what I do, if I'm training people to actually decorate cupcakes are actually a really good starting point because it's not overwhelming. If you get given a 10-inch
Oh.
cake to decorate, that's really like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Cupcakes are so small and they're so innocent and simple. It's such a great starting point for cake decorators to actually learn quite a number of
Mm.
different techniques. I teach a cupcake design, my beginner's cupcake class. You take away 6 different cupcake toppers and you get to learn all these amazing techniques. So learning how to work with fondant because fondant is actually really tricky to use. And
Mm.
a number of different techniques applying textures and everything like that as well. But it's
Yes, and the
definitely
colors also.
yes, achieving that brilliant pastels or those vibrant colors, it's really good starting point for beginners. So I absolutely love when I see people come into my class and they go, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to create this design. Like I'm going to be terrible. I don't even cook. I'm not creative at all. And it's amazing to actually see throughout the class their transformation where they end up leaving the class so proud and happy of themselves and realizing the passion for this art that they never knew they had. It's absolutely incredible. And then to be able to do that for business owners as well, actually teaching them in a different
Mm-hmm.
way to incorporate their creativity into their business to help them grow their business, that is
Mm-hmm.
something that I never thought I would ever have the opportunity to teach people. And but I have, and it's incredible to be a part of their journey and help them realize help them embrace and realize their own true selves and use that to grow their business. Mm.
Wow, so it is not only about making cupcakes, decorating it, but also how to build the cupcake business, right? You see?
Totally. It's amazing how that's flow-on effect. So yeah, not only
Mhm.
do I teach cake classes, but actually helping other business owners embrace their own creativity and true self has just been an amazing, just amazing journey as well, and something I never expected as well.
Oh my God, I cannot see. I found out that I keep smiling in this interview, because I love you, girl. Then I have to stop this. What? Sorry.
No, that's so
Yeah,
funny.
I imagine how beautiful it is, with the flowers, with the sparkling, many, many things, with many colors, and then the romantic one, but also the pastel colors, but also the bright ones for the children. And it must be amazing. I can't wait to see your design. And then,
Thank you.
how do you get your clients? Is it the locally, or do you also start to teach online, because it
Yeah.
is a big opportunity also to open the online class, because not so many people do this in the cooking, right? Maybe the other cooking, yes, but not in the cupcakes world, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Look, the main area where I attract my clients is social media.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's actually it was actually really scary when I first started because I
Mm-hmm.
came as a hobbyist and transitioned into a business. So when I finally made that conscious effort to be a business, actually marketing myself not only to get students for my cake classes, but to attract people for cake orders, that was actually
Mm-hmm.
really really daunting for me. I can look back and now understand that I suffered from imposter syndrome, but I was so nervous about putting myself out there online to attract clients. I would second guess everything that I would post. I would constantly edit out my own opinions and personality because I was really scared of just people judging me or not liking me. And I suppose I was trying to be professional but likable enough that people would like me and respect me, but also wouldn't have the chance to judge me at all. So I kind of had this, really looking back, I had this kind of barrier up, that kind of guarded feeling. And not only online, but when you go into network with people and network with other businesses, I experienced that same feeling. I was taught growing up in school, and through parts of jobs I had as a kid, you have to maintain this professional persona. You have to uphold a certain demeanor, certain values, and so I adopted this professional persona when I entered into my business. So when I was networking with people, I wasn't really giving myself away. I wasn't letting people in. I can look back and realize that now. I was being quite guarded. So not only online, but in person. And I realized that actually there was a real low point where I wasn't getting any business through the door. None of my marketing was working. And it really forced me to put on my adult pants and really look at the numbers of my business. And I came to that sick realization that I really wasn't making any money at all. And I was just a glorified hobbyist. And that felt awful. And I started to realize that I think it all came down to me. I wasn't letting people in. I wasn't engaging or connecting with people. I was just too guarded with myself. So there really was, it was a difficult journey to kind of realize that. And that's when I realized that, you know what, I need to make money. I need to connect with my audience. And that's when I started, when I had that realization, that's when I started to really see some results from social marketing, and I started to attract the clients that I wanted, which was awesome. So to start off with, because I still had this anxiety. I knew I had to change, but I still had this anxiety about putting myself out there and connecting with others. So I decided to enroll in an Instagram social media masterclass. And you know what? Educating myself, that's probably a really good starting point. The more I know about the platform that I'm using, the better, the more in control I can be, and the more, safe I can be in that environment. And not only was there a lot of amazing tips as well in that course for online, but also gave me some great tips for connecting with people in person as well. So I also started to follow people on social media that truly embrace their personality, their quirks and creativity in their business. And I could see that they were getting those sales, they were getting amazing engagement, and that's what I wanted as well. So it was hard, but I persisted through, and I started to see a huge change. I started to get more money coming through that door. I started to have these amazing opportunities come up. I was featured in an international cake decorating magazine just through a simple message on social media. I now have this amazing opportunity to teach in other cities. And my follower count. So before I started this transition to embracing my true self and creativity, on Instagram, I was probably sitting at about 1,200 followers. And then a year later, after embracing my own personality and having fun with social media, I came to just under 10,000 followers organically through social media. So it's been huge, but it did take a long time to start attracting those clients. And look, the tips that I can give you to really embrace yourself and embrace your creativity is, it does take a lot of work, but you have to start interrupting those anxious thought patterns. It really is a bit of psychology there. So, and really questioning yourself, like, what if you actually posted something you usually wouldn't post? What if you didn't actually edit your caption? Just go with the flow, leave it as it is and post it and see what happens. What's actually the worst case scenario if you just happen to just jump online and be yourself? Just really just interjecting those negative thought patterns and really just consciously making that effort to be yourself.
Yeah, after
Really.
experiencing that you were in an anxiety and other thing, I see the opportunity here that it can be also for the children, right, to teach the cupcake class. Because you mentioned also about the creativity and how to make the people focus. I think the children also need this, or the teenagers at least.
Yes, it just makes such a huge difference. And even, you know, when I talk about having this professional persona, I thought, okay, well, I need a professional uniform. So I have, in many of my photos, you'll see I'm wearing a white chef jacket and I have my hair up in a bun and I look very clean and professional because that's what I thought that I had to be like or look like to get people to
perform.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not how it works. And people are more attracted to your own sunshine, your own personality. So I made this transition. I actually went to a networking event at the end of last year. And instead of wearing a chef jacket, I actually decided to, you know what, I'm going to embrace my creativity at this event today. And I made my very own jacket out of flowers, fake flowers. So I hot glue gunned a bunch of flowers onto this jacket. It looked amazing. And I attended the networking event. Oh my gosh, I had so many people approach me and tell me how amazing my jacket was. And then that kind of led on to, oh, what do you do in your business? Oh, cupcake classes. Amazing. Sign me up. And it's amazing how just embracing that little moment of creativity with the jacket has actually made that difference to how I connect with people and how people approach me. And I even had someone after the networking event approach me, a business owner, and go, oh my gosh, you have inspired me to embrace myself in my business. And she ended up going from a grey uniform to hot pink uniform for her business. So I absolutely love it.
Luckily, she, not he, or he will be a Pink Panther or something in your event.
It's amazing what
that how people change, from their routines into the creativity days.
100%. And just those small things like trusting our gut and allowing ourselves to relax and embracing our personality and creativity, that can create so much opportunity for us. So I always encourage people, with their social media, it can be hard. It's hard to start embracing that side of yourself when you have been guarded and filled with anxiety for so long, because that's what I experienced. So I always encourage people, when you write a social media post, what would you describe as your 3 main personality traits? Maybe you're funny, maybe you're really kind, maybe you're so giving, or you have a certain laugh about yourself. So I encourage people to pick out 3 personality traits of themselves, and then I encourage them to use that in their social media caption and really humanize how you talk to people in your posts. So don't have this professional guard up, embrace those 3 personality traits and talk to people on social media as if it was like a conversation like we're having now between you and me. People get attracted.
Even though we rarely chat because it's been a long time ago and I had to chat every day with the speakers and the other people. But what are yours? What are yours top 3 personalities then? It is really interesting.
I know, that's so true. Look, it's funny because what I think my personality is, someone else probably thinks it's different as well. Like probably something different than me. So for myself, I would say that I'm quite energetic in the way that I talk and communicate generally. So having that energy.
It sounds like a real sanguinist, but no, because you had the anxiety before, or starting from phlegmatis into sanguinist or something.
yeah, yeah, it's so funny. Hey, so it's like I think my personality traits, I think that
Mm,
I incorporate into mine is more like high energy, having
yeah, I can
slang,
see
the way
that.
that, yeah, thanks. Like the way that I talk, sometimes I incorporate a bit of slang into the way that I
Mm,
talk. Or I'm a very easygoing type of person. So I kind of try and incorporate that type of writing into my text. So easygoing, kind of slang words. And that helps like to kind of humanize myself as well. And then I suppose other trait would be, I know I'm kind of quite, like I love to educate people, but just be kind
mm-hmm,
with how I suppose, convey and teach. And so I try and, envelope, that's not a right word, but kind of incorporate that
mm.
into the text as well. So, yeah, just keeping that in mind, my own personality when I write my posts has made a huge difference to my engagement.
Those are two. One more.
One more.
Yeah, because those are two, right? Being energetic, and second, love to teach and share values, and then the third one, I'm waiting now.
You are really making me think because I'm thinking, what is my third one? I can't even remember.
Mm.
My third one would have to be keeping things. I either go one of two ways. I either ramble or like I have a lot of information to give, so
Colorful.
long form, or I keep it short and sweet. So I
Oh,
use
colorful and flowery. It's quite the opposite, actually.
so like it's either one or two extremes. So I think whatever I'm
Mm-mm.
trying to communicate in the moment, I either decide to go all in and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just you'll get a wall of text from me. Or I try and keep it short and sweet, easy to communicate, make it easier for
Mm-hmm.
people to learn as well. So usually it might be a one-off paragraph. So I'm like that in life as well. I'm either chatterbox, 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 or I am short and sweet with what I'm saying. So I think that's the last one there for my personality, kind of seesaws between the two of them.
And then what do you focus at today? Is it like being producing a lot of cupcakes or into classes, actually? When
Yeah,
there
well,
are ordered from the clients or customers, do you give them to your students, or you just produce yourself at home, baking all night until the dawn,
yes,
something like that?
that's a good question. So now in my business, when I eventually went to hobby and evolved into my cake business, I did do
Mm-hmm.
cake orders, but now I don't. I no longer take cake orders, and I now focus on the teaching aspect of my business. That's something I absolutely love, and I get so feel so rewarded helping other businesses and helping other cake decorators to create amazing edible art. That's something I'm focusing on at the moment. So if anyone approaches me and goes, "Hey, I want a cake order," usually I refer on to other people in my community as well, other cake
Mm-hmm.
people, I should say, my local community, because we've got some amazing talented people out there, and I can appreciate that as a person in the cake industry. There are so many amazing cake artists where I live, and if I can help promote them and their business as well, I most definitely will. So I usually refer people onto other cake artists as well, but I usually
Yeah.
make my own cakes for all my classes.
Yeah, so now you become the cupcake artist instead of the cupcake baker, right? And then, what is your next plan? I mean, for this year, what is your target or goal this year, Amber?
Good question. Look, I
Okay.
would love to really connect with more people online.
Mm,
So, and I suppose it's easy to teach in person, and I absolutely love teaching in person classes. You get that instant gratification, and sometimes that bit easier to teach in person. You're right there with the student, but I would actually
mm-hmm.
love to help and connect can't find my words, cake decorators around the globe. I don't want to limit myself to just in-person classes. I really want to connect online. So I'm hoping by the second half of this year, I might have a little membership up and running for cake classes, and hopefully some few online classes people will be able to buy into as well. So really expanding my reach, and really helping to connect with others. I mean, I do that already now. My Instagram page is really dedicated to connecting with people internationally, and it's been fantastic. And I would just love to take it that step further and offer classes online.
Yeah, you can share the links in the comments after our show. And then, do you have any message for our viewers today in 100 Days Live with Sonya, or of course the people who are going to watch the replay?
Oh, sorry, what was the question? It just the internet. Me there?
Yeah, do you have any message for our viewers today, and also the people who are going to play the replay, right? To watch later.
Good question. Look, really just remembering to trust yourself, that people connect with you as a person. You are your business. And I would hate for you to separate your personality from that. You are your business. I so encourage you to embrace your personality traits, embrace your creativity, because ultimately that is what is going to attract your customers. That's what's going to give you that growth and ultimately success in your business.
That is a really sweet message, actually. Sounds like a love letter, actually.
Thank you.
You're right, you're a bit flowery. And I wonder if you know our next event in June for live streamers, because I see that you live stream your business also, and of course you get the benefits from live streaming, right, in business and of course in your life. So I wonder if you know that we are going to have online World Summit for live streamers in June, the 1st until the 5th, and I encourage also our viewers to join us in June, and then they can register to wordsummit.anitasonya.com, wordsummit.anitasonya.com. Actually, yes, you can register for free as a speaker, as sponsor, and you can get your free ticket, or even if you upgrade into VIP or buy the VIP ticket, you can get all of the benefits are, and of course facilities from this stream as our official sponsor, right? I hope that you will be there.
That sounds awesome, actually. I need to put that in my diary.
Yes. Or I need to thank you after this, because I have already chosen 17 speakers. I need 50 speakers, so not many spots I have, right? I really have to be selective, because not all of the speakers in 100 Days Live with Sonya can be in our online World Summit. And also there are many new speakers, actually not new, but they are in my show for the first time. You see, this is really great. And I'm very proud, and I really thank you so much for being here today. It's been a pleasure to talk to you after a long time, you see. And then, of course, to our sponsors, Dr. Liz Sunring from Ring Nutrition. Maybe if she heard this, and I'm talking about sugar all the time today. Well, she's into the healthy lifestyle, but she will help you, you know. That's why she's here. And thank you for sponsoring us today. And of course, our main sponsor, Livestream Universe, belongs to Ross Brand. I believe that he can do it also, but no cupcake for him.
I love it.
Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. For our viewers, do not forget also to register for 100 Days Live with Sonya in our coaching universe.anitasonya.com, our coaching universe.anitasonya.com. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.